Hello. Wait. Why is Discord? Hello, Mike. Okay, that. Hello. Okay, it's working now. I don't know what happened. It happens to me sometimes. But hi. How are you? How is everyone today? So we are back to streams at Friday, which means visual novel streams, and we finished Draw Phenomenon, the two games. So now we are playing a new one. It's called Dark Knights. I barely know anything about it, and I went to check what some people recommended. Some people said to understand better the visual novel, to do Zeikun, Sashiro, Kuratu, and Junoru. You'll find out who they are. But I also saw suggestions for doing Zeikon Sashiro Kura. Forget this. I also saw the creative suggestions that if you want to keep the mystery, do Sashiro, Zeikon, Kuratu, and Junoru. Junoru is always the last one. But if you want to get the hints through the story, to do Kuratu, Zeikon, Sashiro, and Junoru. Which I'm probably going to do the last one because I want to get the hints while I'm doing the story at the same time. So, without further ado, let's just switch and go. So this is the game. I didn't have an opening scene. Oh, block. You can see, but there is a thing here, thing blog with a little moon and bunny. But this game had an opening that you can see on Steam and on YouTube. However, that opening doesn't appear here on the game like it happened before with Draw Phenomenon Evermore. The opening of the game is like really quick, and then we get boom with the music. So on the gallery, I haven't looked yet. I'm just looking at now. So also this is a mystery game, so I have no clue how this is. So yeah, here we have the characters, but there's a lot of things. But there's a lot of image. So Zekun, Junoru, Sashiro. Sashiro is the character that concerns me because it looks like a child. I'm concerned. It looks like a child. Like, these are the dateable characters. That one looks like a child. I'm concerned. Kuratu. Others, I have no clue what it is. And seems like there's cutscenes. I don't know. I know this game has a DLC in development with more 2 routes, a secret route, and other thing that I don't remember right now what it is. Sketchbook, what is this? This feature unlocks after completing all endings. Okay. Extra scenes, this feature unlocks after completing. Okay, archive. Achievements collection. Okay, so this is a little bit similar to what we had in Draw Phenomenon. Okay, it seems like we have an extra scene. Okay. Okay, what I read from the plot of this game is we are bored. We are this main character, and we are bored, and out of nowhere people start disappearing, and we may or may not be the next ones. That's what I read from the synopsis, the plot for the game. So yeah, let's just start. Miyoko, okay. Set your name and press enter to continue. Prologue. Okay, this game is a prologue. I don't know. I should have gone home earlier. My shoes are getting soaked. Everything is so boring these days that I keep losing track of time. Staying at home does not help, so I often go out. The library is one of my favorite places to visit because it has so much to be discovered, for me to discover. Even then, there is a limit to what I can do there. I wish something interesting would happen in this village every once in a while. Anything that could kill my boredom. I often pass by this mansion during the day, but this time it catches my attention. I wonder when was the last time anyone once visited this place? No other house in the village looks as lonely as this one does. From afar, it looks grand. If I had to guess, it was probably built over 2 centuries ago. The atmosphere changes as soon as I approach the house. The whole building is surrounded by a vessel of thin mist. All the plants in the garden have been taken over by the weeds. Behind the trees, I notice an empty fountain with a fairy statue in the middle. Its expression makes the environment even more depressing. No matter how you look at it, this place has an incredibly mysterious aura. This is something you discover with each gaze around the premise. Some of the windows are broken, and the door is locked with heavy chains. My feet start to get wet, drawing my attention to my wet socks. I'll have to come back another time if I want to explore. Okay, I think I know where this is going. As I am about to turn around, I see a shadow move behind the windows. Oh, there's a little moon there. I just noticed. I try to focus on it, but it is already gone. It is as if nothing ever happened. Huh? Is that a person? Or was it just my imagination? I continue staring at the windows, but nothing else happens. Even though that was strange, I am more curious than freaked out. Anyway, I don't want to stay in the rain any longer than necessary. Right date. My mind is clouded by thoughts of the mansion. Class starts soon. The first hour is history, my least favorite. It does not take long for me to doze off. I'll just take a short nap until class is over. I won't miss much anyway. When I finally open my eyes, school has already ended. I slept through all of my classes. No one said anything? Or anyone who said anything? I should be reprimanded for it, but my teacher, Mr. Blanchett, does not usually mind. He gives me special treatment because he knows I live alone, and there is no one for him to rat me out to. Perhaps I should not do that too often. My classmates look at me with resentful glares. I notice assignments laying on my desk, history and chemistry. Mr. Blanchett gave us more homework than usual. It can't get any more worrying than doing the same assignments over and over again. It seems like the other students have already gone home. My friends didn't even bother to wake me up. Are they really your friends? I'll get back to them for this. I feel too lazy to get up. Once I am ready, I start to get home. Even though I am walking on the main road, no one is around. It is unusually quiet today, and after what Lyoji told me, I am feeling especially on edge. My footsteps echo in the silence of the empty street. When I hear another set of footsteps, I glance back, relaxing when I see it is only a boy from my school. I look up at the cloudless sky and yawn. Even though I haven't done anything today, I feel so exhausted. I want to jump back into bed. I take a few turns. Might be a coincidence, but the boy behind me seems to be following me. I have been walking very slow this entire time, so he should have passed me by now. I should test him. There is an easy trick to find out if someone is following you or not. Hi Luke, how are you? Thank you for the care package. I'm doing good too, just starting this game, trying to see what did I got myself into. Until now I'm liking it, the mystery. I don't know where this is going yet, but I know that the house that we saw earlier, the creepy house, it's probably really important. If I turn 3 times clockwise, or counterclockwise at forks in the road, I will walk in a circle. If the other person does that too, it means they have no destination. Yeah, that is something that I also learned. Like, if you keep turning, if you have the feeling that someone is following you. What was that sound? If you feel like someone is following you, keep going, you keep turning right. So you get in a circle and then you can see if the person is following you or not. I enter a small alley. I take a turn. I turn once more. And again. Now, if he's still following me, I'll know it's not just a coincidence. Right on cue, I hear the boy's footsteps behind me. That guy is still following me? That sure is interesting. I speed up, trying to get him off my heels by taking more turns. All of a sudden, my arm is grabbed. Oh no, it's a kid! I abruptly stop and turn around. It seems that my stalker has caught up with me. Oh, it's just the first year. So isn't that much of a... Wait, in which grade are we? Hello, we don't know each other, but we go to the same school and I just wanted to ask something. Yeah, what is it? Well, will you go out with me? Okay, wait, what? No! To break the ice, I say. What just... Huh? Okay, I'll put the first option because I don't know what I'm doing right now. I have no clue. I don't know anything. Is that... Oh... Also, I don't know if this game has like any hints that we are on the right path or not. So that is going to be something. Plus this game has 16 endings. So that is something. Yeah, we don't even know who it is. We only know that he's a first year from our school. And they literally go to us, you don't know me, but we go to the same school. Can you go out with me? And I'm like, oh? I'm going to probably sound mean, but like, my answer still now is, oh? And another time, like, another time what? Is that all you wanted to ask? The boy looks at me and scratches his head, obviously flustered. I've never seen him before. This confession is too sudden. It might have taken a lot of courage for him to confess to me, but I do not appreciate his creepy stalkerish approach to things. Yeah, right? You really had me freaked out. You should have waited somewhere instead of following me around. I could have punched you when you grabbed me. Don't do that. Why didn't you do that though? Now, to be honest with you, I'm not interested in dating a freshman. Ah! I thought we were in the same year. You look so young. Anyway, I wasn't stalking. I just... You got it wrong, alright? Maybe you should memorize the uniforms for each class. I'm pretty new here, The first time I saw you, I immediately fell for you. Will you go out with me? Please, give me a chance. I roll my eyes at his cheesy lines. So impatient too. My answer is still no. Now, let me go. Please. The boy keeps holding on to me, even when I try to pull myself free. Frustrated, I violently tug my arm away. This guy's attitude is really creeping me out. All the more reason to refuse him. He doesn't seem to know when to give up. What a brat. Sorry, forget what I said. Give me another chance. Let's start out as friends and get to know each other better. Finally, you got some sense into you. The boy grabs my other arm and pulls me closer. He is getting more forceful as he tries to keep our conversation going. Can't you just... Since you are pretty clear staring at him like he's in front of you and you are in front of him, can't you just, elevate your knee a little bit in terms to reach a certain part of his body that will cause him so much pain that he'll fall on his knees and you can run? Girl. I thought you were better than... Without warning, I knee him in the stomach. You could have knee him a little bit lower, but okay, that's fine too. He yelps and doubles over, finally letting me go. Ow! Ow! Don't make me repeat myself. I'm sorry. Please give me another chance. Is he a masochist? Okay, I'm actually liking myself. Okay, I take back what I said. He reaches towards me again, but I step aside and grab his arm first. Skillfully, I seize his other arm and fold them both behind his back. When I speak again, my voice is stern. Try that again, and you won't live to regret it. I never expected a small girl like you to be so strong. I mean, yes, ma'am. Oh my god, please, someone save me here. If you understand, then go. With a sigh, I release the boy and watch as he runs away. I hear him mumble something inaudible before he disappears on another street. The first years are always so stubborn and so troublesome. He called me a small girl even though he was small himself. People like him will always stay persistent unless I'm clear with them. Maybe I should report him to the administration. Well, I probably wrote him up enough to teach him a lesson. Once I get home, I go to my room. I put my bag on the desk and dropped down onto my bed. As usual, the silence at my house is so heavy I can feel it making my shoulders sag. I live alone because my parents work overseas. They are usually busy, but they still call me whenever they can. It is not like I miss them, but it is boring to always be alone. I used to have many hobbies, but as soon as I grew up, they started to feel pointless. At some point, they all became repetitive. I do not want to spend my life in an endless cycle in the same routine, as if I am not doing that right now. For the time being, I will just stay as I am. This village has always been quiet. Aside from the same holidays every year, there is not much going on. I wish something exciting would happen. Actually, perhaps I can make my own excitement. I can try something new. Unless my fate has already been decided for me. If I could, I would rewrite this boring village. I think I forgot something. There was something I wanted to do. That mysterious mansion. I'm too sleepy right now. So tired. My eyelids feel heavy, and before I know it, I am fast asleep. Next day. Oh wait, you can see better the things on there than me. Maybe I should play in the dark, but then I can't write. Oh no, I'll find it. Who are you? You are pretty. I like your bunny. Airpin? Is that an airpin? Can you consider that a bow? Viana di Viana. What is Ikuya? Did you get in a fight with another student yesterday? Why do you ask? There's a rumor that you wrote up a freshman yesterday for no reason. Seriously? That brat. I should have reported him. Of course, I'm on your side. I don't believe you would do such a thing. A part of it is actually true, but to be fair, he was stalking me and being very forceful, so I simply defended myself. Who are you? And let me present you to know me. Control... no. Windows Shift S. Where is Nomi? A dark-haired boy walks towards us. Wait, was he the boy? Oh no, he wasn't, okay. His name is Ryoji, like Ikuya. I met him in primary school. Let me send that to... Ifiana, there's a difference between self-defense and assault. I thought Mr. Class President will ever understand. You really do remind me of a wild rose. I grew up roots in this place. I grew roots in this place. I'd die of boredom. Oh, this reminds me. She looks like really sweet. Maybe I should do the voice that I did for Emily and Denise. Oh, this reminds me of that time from 2 years ago, you know? When you beat up those seniors? It wasn't like I wanted to do it. Besides, I only got involved because they started hazing all of the freshmen. It's not my fault, I couldn't hold back. Try to be nicer to your fellow students. Fine, I'll do my best. You should care more about your reputation.
Aren't you afraid that you won't be able to make friends now that the rumor is going around?
I didn't intend to make friends with the freshmen anyway.
You always seem so bored. Meeting new people or falling in love will make your life more exciting.
No comment. Shortly afterwards, we begin to prepare for our trip to the forest. Our history teacher will be our guide. He supposedly wants to show the class a monument we learned about in class. He claims pictures in the books are nothing compared to the real thing. The monument we will be visiting is only a 15-minute walk from our school. Ikuya is clearly not looking forward to this trip. She has been holding my hand tightly the whole time. Everyone, don't stray from the path. You don't want to get lost here. Make sure not to disturb the wildlife either. Guess this field trip turned out to be even more educational than I expected. I've never seen this place before. Well, not recently. I got lost during a class picnic once when I was in primary school. This looks different from what I remember.
Yaji, have you heard about the demon in the forest?
Yeah, everyone in my neighborhood is talking about it. Apparently, the rumor started after some tourists went missing on a trip there. Do you think they're true? I don't know. I've never seen a demon before. Don't they only exist in legends?
They say there's a truth behind every legend.
This village has many tales, but I thought they're all true.
If that's true, I hope our little demon friend doesn't hit people.
Even if it does, it wouldn't hit you. You taste bad. Ikuya punches Ryoji. Why am I shipping these two? Wow, ow! I was kidding. Ikuya giggles at his reaction. Why is the school taking us to the forest where a man-eating demon freely roams around anyway? The teachers don't believe the rumors. They think it's just a media stunt, and I know this because my dad told me. I guess we'll have to see what happens. There is one thing I would like to warn you about.
What is it?
It's not public information yet, but recently a few villagers went missing in the middle of the night. No trace of them has been found. It's as if they just vanished.
Oh my goodness!
For real?
I sure won't be walking around alone again.
If we're headed in the same direction, I can walk you home. You could also ask your brother to pick you up.
My brother? No, not him.
Why?
He's from the elite class. He stands out too much.
Well, if all eyes are on you, no one's going to make a move.
But being picked up like a kindergartner? Sorry, but...
Anyway, even though this news hasn't been officially released yet, you two should be more careful. I don't want my friends to get hurt. I'll be fine. Anyway, should we ask Mr. Blanchett about the demon rumor?
Don't mention that. You're ruining the mood.
Let me ask him. We eavesdrop on Ryoji's conversation. Excuse me, Mr. Blanchett. Do you know anything about the demon rumors? Oh, Ryoji, well... The teacher lets out a sigh and scratched the top of his head. You don't believe in them, do you? Not in the slightest. This forest is home to many different species of animals. Some silly people probably mistook one for a demon. Besides, there is no proof of their existence. The legends about this forest were just stories made up to scare little children. What about the missing tourists? Would you call their disappearance a coincidence? I don't think they disappeared. It is very easy to get lost in the forest without a map or guide. That's what probably happened to them. The rescue team will find them soon. Just stay with the group and you won't have anything to worry about. I see.
What did Mr. Blanchett say?
He believes it's all made up. I don't believe a thing about this demon. Still, the rumors have piqued my curiosity. There's at least a grain of truth to every story. Something must have caused the villagers to feel restless. Hey, what do you guys think about doing a little expedition of our own? That sounds interesting.
But those missing tourists, what if we get lost too?
Don't worry, I have a map, and we can always signal for help with a torch.
Really? You'll set the forest on fire with that?
No, wait, no.
Really? You'll set the forest on fire with that? Why would you even have one of those? This isn't the Middle Ages.
Just kidding. I've got a phone with me.
Can you even get a signal out here?
Mr. Blanchett.
Mr. Blanchett will...
Don't worry, Kuya. I'm sure everything will go smoothly. If anything does happen, you can blame it on me.
Sure. But that doesn't guarantee our safety.
Stop overthinking it. What are the chances of anything bad happening? It will be just a little walk in the park. The worst thing that could happen to us is getting lost.
Could that be the worst?
Don't tell me you're planning for it to happen. Nah, it just occurred to me. I haven't been to the forest in a while. This place looked worse in my memories. Yeah, this place looks too nice for a demon to live in. While we are here, we can look for the missing tourists. Well, I'm up for it. Come with us, Ikuya. It will be fun. I think it will be fun.
Fine.
Everyone gather together and let's go. The students line up in small groups. The teacher makes sure everyone is present before moving on. Psst! When do we sneak out? Let's head to the back of the line. You won't be able to see us there. As a group follows the path, we go the other way. A few minutes later, we end up at a fork in the path. Look at crossroad.
Which path should we take?
According to the map, the right path goes farther into the forest, while the left one leads up to a waterfall. Let's go to the waterfall. I don't think there is anything of interest among more trees anyway. Excited, Leotis keeps ahead. After a few minutes of walking, we reach the waterfall. A large shimmering lake fringes by little paths right at the bottom of it. The cliff face of the waterfall also has a path of rocks lined along it, providing easy access to the other side of the water. The water is so clear I can see the bottom.
Wow, it's huge! The water looks so sparkly. I want to jump right in.
You get excited over the simplest things, don't you? There might be dangerous animals or bacteria in the water. If you jump into it, you'll probably be eaten alive.
Oh, you always ruin my phone.
There's a chuckle at her reaction. I take a closer look at the lake. I can hear the sound of birds singing, but there does not seem to be any other animals around.
These rocks could serve as a perfect seat. Viviana, come over here.
I'm going to explore for a bit. I'll be back soon. We'll be waiting here. Don't go too far, okay? I know, don't worry. I skip over to the right side of the waterfall, trying to see what may be behind the stream of water. To my surprise, there seems to be a hidden cave. From the corner of my eye, I notice a shadow moving in the bushes. It moves so fast that my eyes cannot make out what it is. It does not help that I was not paying attention. Whatever it is, I'm pretty sure it just went into the cave. I look towards the entrance and notice another path of rocks leading inside. Curiosity gets the best of me, compelling me to take a look. I carefully make my way across the rocks. After I manage to get behind the waterfall, I peer around the cave. I cannot see anything in the darkness. The sound of falling water echoes around me. I wish I had my phone with me so I could use it as a flashlight. What could be back there? I know I saw something heavy a moment ago, but I can't see anything. Was it just my imagination? I try to shout, but the sound of crashing water overpowers my voice. As I walk deeper into the cave, I try again. Hello? Is anybody there? I call out the third time, but I can only hear the echo of my voice. I hear footsteps behind me, surprised that I turn around. A shadow stands at the entrance. Who is there? I can tell from the person build that he is a man, but to the darkness, I cannot make out his facial features. Who are you? I shout again, this time louder. Who are you? Stop yelling, I'm not deaf. The man suddenly starts walking towards me, surprised by the movements. I step back. I slip on the wet, uneven surface and fall flat onto the ground. Ah, ouch! A hand reached out to me. I am surprised by the man's kindness. Hello! Light suddenly filters through the waterfall, and I can finally see his face. Are you hurt? No, I'm okay. I take his hand and pull myself up. He gazes at me with his narrow, violet eyes, but I am more drawn to the long crimson hair he has tied into a loose braid. The man's delicate facial features contrast with his muscular torso and wide shoulders. He is wearing odd, traditional clothing in particular. The collar around his neck raises a lot of questions. I have never encountered anyone like him in the village. You're disturbing my peace with your shouting. That was so blunt and rude. You didn't answer me. I'm guessing you're one of the tourists? Tourists? Can't you see I'm a student? How did you discover this cave? Are you lost? No, I wanted to follow the path outside and never come back. This is private property. Wait, who are you? And what are you doing here? How did you know about the tourists? And don't ask so many questions at once. Don't just cut me off, answer me. Never mind that. Go back to your group already. But the man roughly grabs me by the wrist and pulls me back to the cave entrance. Hey! Stay away from this place. The man effortlessly pushes me out of the cave. Turn around to complain, but he is already gone. Disappears mysterious as he appeared. What a rude guy. It's not like he owns the cave or anything. This reminds me of how I treated that first year kid. At least I gave him a chance to explain. This person was just... No one is allowed to go in there. Then what about the crimson-haired man? He seemed to know about the tourists too. They're letting out an heavy sigh. I hop back across the rocks to Ryoji and Ikuya. Hey Diana, back already? Did you find anything interesting? Nope. I met a weird guy, but he doesn't seem worth mentioning to Ikuya and Ryoji.
Maybe demons don't live here after all.
Jeez, Ikuya, have you given up already? Of course the demon won't show itself so easily. We should keep looking around.
No, I'm tired. Let's go back to the group before Mr. Blanchett notices we're gone.
Did Mr. Blanchett ever talk about this forest during history class? Can't remember. That's because you're always asleep during history class. That's not true. I do pay attention. Sometimes. My friends chuckle. Oh, it changed for Dark Nights now. Instead of Bright Days, it's Dark Nights now. I noticed the little thing in there. It has been a long day. My feet hurt from all the walking. I'm still curious about what secrets the forest has. That crimson-haired guy in particular bothers me. He wasn't dressed like a tour guide. Not that I have heard about any tourists in the forest. Digging into it makes me more confused. Perhaps I should stop here. Like I said, it is none of my business. There is no use fretting over it. But I'm a curious person. I need to know. Even as one mystery fades, however, another one appears. Abandoned house from yesterday pops up in my mind. I did plan on going there again, and it does not seem to be raining right now. Glance at the time. It reads 8 p.m. It is already dark outside. My feet still hurt, but the house isn't that far. I grab my jacket once and I decide to go. This prologue is really long. It's really long. I don't mind, but okay. The streets are completely empty, making the village seem like it has been abandoned. Everyone must already be home from work or school. 2 minutes later, I reach the old house. It looks exactly the same as last night. Even though it did not rain today, it is still surrounded by that eerie mist. The previous owner must have been very rich to afford the construction of this mansion, especially with all its fine details. It shouldn't be a problem if I look around. The house looks larger and older now that I'm close. I inspect the big chains locking the doors. They are not old and rusty like I expected. They seem like they were put on recently. Perhaps the residence as the new owner? Suddenly, I hear the sight from behind me. I quickly turn around to locate the source of the sounds. There is someone sitting on the edge of the fountain. It blends so well with the dreary mist that I had not noticed him when I first entered. I slowly approach the man. Up close, I notice he looks near my age. He is most likely from the same school as me, but I have never seen him before. His uniform design is not one I recognize. Perhaps he's part of the elite class, like Ikuya's brother. Each elite class wears a custom-designed uniform, making it difficult to be certain they even attend our school. To complement their unique uniforms, the elite class also has special rules, but I never bother looking into them. Its members hardly appear at school, so only a few of us have ever seen their faces. Needless to say, there are many rumors about that class. According to Ikuya, you need to have very high grades to qualify, but there might be more to it than that. Many students envy their statues. Hello? It's June. The guy flinches and looks at me, startled. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. Oh, I do not mind. My apologies for not noticing you earlier. May I sit here? Be my guest. Could it be the shadow I saw yesterday? You come here often? It sounds like a cheesy pick-up line. I was thinking that exactly. But I don't know what else to say. I do. This place has an interesting atmosphere. He looks away from me. The warm copper of his gaze is thoughtful. Something about him feels off. I'm not sure, but is he sad? I can't really read his expression. What about you? Well, I can't tell him that I saw something strange here the other night and came to investigate. It sounds weird. Never noticed how interesting this place was before, so I thought I'd come take a closer look. At this hour? I like going for walks at night. Oh, likewise. The man's expression clears up and he smiles. Would you like to go for a walk with me then? Sure. Can you tell me your name, even though I know you are June? It's odd that someone would offer to go for a walk with a person they just met. It does seem friendly and polite though. He stands up and we follow a path through the garden. Unlike the rest of the garden, this path is not covered with weeds. The ground is even and well trod. As we walk, he points out to the statues hidden away by unusual shrubs and flowers I have not seen before. It does it so naturally. It is as if he owns this place. The moonlight and starry sky illuminate the view, which makes it even more beautiful. Never expect to find beauty in an abandoned place like this. The man smiles mysteriously at my comments. He seems to know a lot about his mansion. I'd be happy to answer any question you have. Do you know who put the chains on the doors? His eyes swivel away from mine again. The man hesitates to speak. I seem to have found my answer. I do not know about it. I guess he doesn't want to say. He looks flustered. Maybe I shouldn't push any further right now. It's getting late. I should go home. Have a good night. As I head back to the front yard, I realize that I have not asked for the man's name. I turn back and try to find him, but he's already gone. Oh my god, that was flashback. The weekend finally arrives. In the morning, I make myself breakfast and sit on the couch. While chewing on some toast, I open the newspaper. I do not have any real leads for the disappearance yet, but I have to catch up with the news. It's full of the usual advertisements, but now it actually has decent news articles. Browse through, hoping to find something interesting. My eyes stop at a page with numerous catches. The reports of missing persons are increasing. In just a few days, it has reached a point where the police can no longer suppress the public outcry. I study their profiles and try to find a commonality, but there does not seem to be one. Age, gender, appearance, occupation, address. No, nothing adds up. This is going nowhere. I recognize some of these people, but I don't think they knew each other. And again, if it was that easy, the cops would have solved the cases already. I thought people disappeared without a trace. They must have gone into hiding or were kidnapped. The thought of someone I know suddenly disappearing is scary. These crimes, or whatever they are, I have to stop at some point. Now, how long can this go on? I flip a page and find an article about an attempted homicide. The local reported that she heard a distressed scream late at night. According to her, the attacker ran off when she reached the scene. She also stated she managed to take a picture. When she noticed the victim was still alive, she called the emergency service and waited for the ambulance to arrive. Witness: I can't believe someone did such an inhumane thing. This is unforgivable. Further details on this case are below. Attached to the article is a blurry photo the witness took of the suspect with her cell phone. Nothing about their appearance is distinguishable. It will be difficult to identify them. The description says the victim had been missing for a week before the incident took place. Put the newspaper aside and take a sip of my tea. News really spread quickly in this village, no matter how grisly it is. Rumors pop up just as quickly. I would not be surprised if people are already talking about who the attacker might be. While distasteful, those same rumors become trails that lead back to the criminals, allowing the crimes to be resolved just as quickly. I want to help track down these people, but I'm not sure I'd make a difference. For now, I should keep an eye out for anything suspicious. Absent-mindedly eat the rest of my breakfast. Should take a walk to clear my mind. Going to the park sounds like a good idea. I look up at the bright blue sky. Gentle winds blow the puffy clouds about. As I walk down the road, an advertisement on a building catches my attention. Wanted exorcists. Exorcists? Do ghosts even exist? Announcement. Recently, there have been sightseeings of ghosts within the village. We are looking for exorcists to deal with them. Seriously? I don't think anything remotely supernatural has ever happened here. Now, people are supposedly seeing apparitions? Sightseeings of ghosts, sure. Wait, are the dateable boys ghosts? I'm going to be so sad if that is. I'll be so sad. The park is practically empty, despite it being in the middle of the afternoon. There is only one person, a boy, on the entry block. He seems to have noticed me, but I do not pay further attention to him. I sit on a nearby bench and close my eyes, enjoying the silence. Weird things are happening in this village. It's interesting, but a bit concerning too. I hope Ryoji and Ikoya will be safe. This is my day off. I didn't come here to find new things to worry about. The wind blows gently on my cheeks while I enjoy the warm sunlight on my skin. I clear my mind and all thoughts and focus on my breathing. They say this technique helps to really relieve stress. A moment later, a figure blocks the sunlight. I open my eyes and notice a silver-haired boy standing in front of me. Excuse me, miss? Yes? Can you tell me where the haunted house is? Haunted house? I've never heard of one around here. I just noticed it. A lot of, like, both Ryoji and this guy have, also is Sashiro, but have a bandage on their wrists. I'm sure it's supposed to be nearby, but I can't find it. I recall the advertisement from earlier. Only exorcists or horror junkies would actively seek haunted houses. He looks too young to get a job, but the alternative seems more unlikely, given his innocent demeanor. Why are you searching for it? Are you an exorcist? The boy looks confused, blinking innocently. No. Do exorcists normally live around here? I don't know, but I just saw an advertisement looking for applications. The boy purses his lips, the expression flustered. It's something wrong? I must find the haunted house. But I can't say anything, the boy runs away. I wonder what that was about. I pull out a booklet from my pocket and start to read. It is a romance novel that I borrowed from Ikuya. Even though this genre is not my cup of tea, I insisted that I would enjoy it. I expected it to be something cheesy from the start, but so far nothing romantic has happened. The story feels more like a slice of life piece. Perhaps that is why Ikuya recommended it. Suddenly the sky becomes cloudy. Ah, it is going to rain again already? Time to go home then. As I'm leaving the park, I notice a boy from earlier lying on the ground, his face against the door. What happened to you? did he fall like... Well, like, did he fall straight with his face straight like... Splah! Did he collapse? Okay, I go to him and kneel down. Hey, are you okay? What happened? I don't have much time. What do you mean? The boy passes out before he can reply. Hey, don't pass out here. What should I do? I panic as I look around, but nobody else is in the park. I have no way of placing an emergency call. Thankfully, it does not look that bad. I have no choice. I can't leave him here when it's about to rain. The clouds become darker with every passing minute. When I look up, I feel cold raindrops on my face. I manage to carry the boy to a dry spot under a tree before the rain starts pouring. I'm surprised by how easy it is. He weighs less than you would assume by looking at him. Why did he faint? Does he have some sort of illness? Maybe I should take him to the hospital. Well, it will have to wait until after the rain stops. I don't want to risk him getting any sicker. The rain creates a curtain around the tree, few drops sneaking between the leaves to land on us. What an unlucky day. I bow my head to look at the boy. Oh, he has such an adorable baby face. How old could he be? I bet he's way younger than me. His hair looks so soft, I want to touch it. Just then, the boy slowly opened his eyes. Are you okay? The boy mumbles something before closing his eyes again. Hey! Hurry, a gentle shake his shoulder to wake him up. He immediately opens his eyes and crawls away from me. So sorry, I thought... Oh, it's you. Hi. Right. Rubbing the back of his neck, he looks away, embarrassed. He's an odd one, but it's kind of cute. It's okay, do you feel better? Yes, I'm fine. The boy fixes a scarf and pats down his hair. He beams reassuringly at me. The boy looks up at the grey sky, surprised by what he sees. It is raining. I sworn it was sunny earlier. The downpour started right after you passed out. Alright, thanks for taking care of me. He turns towards me and gives me a warm smile. Let's wait here until it stops raining. Are you really okay? I got worried when I saw you on the ground. I thought something happened to you. Oh, it's not a big deal. I'm just a little tired. It's nothing to worry about. Passing out from exhaustion is very serious. We should get you to the doctor. No. I feel a lot better now. He shakes his head and widely waves around his arms, as if to prove that he is okay. I raise a brow. I suspect he's afraid of doctors. Even so, I cannot force him to go anywhere. What is your name? Sashiro. Nice to meet you, Sashiro. You can call me Diviana. You mentioned a haunted house before. Can you tell me more about it? It's just a regular place, but people say it's haunted for some reason. Wouldn't you normally try to stay away from a place like that? It's just... I've lost something important there. Huh? Is this a wall situation? Which means you've been there before. Yeah, but I don't remember much. Is this a wall situation? Or Nahida situation? But, I mean, in this case it's more like waltz, but beside him also getting smaller and becoming a child, did Sashiro also lose his memories? Can you tell me what you've lost? Just something important to me. Sashiro? Yes? Before he passed out, he said something like, I don't have much time. What did it mean? I did? Yeah? Sashiro scratched his head. I just need to find my something quickly. I see. We sit side by side and watch the rain. I glance over at the boy. I do not know what happened, but he looks less pale than before. He seems to be enjoying the sights before us. Before long, the weather clears up and the rain slowly stops. I hope you can take care of yourself. I'm going home. I will. Perhaps I can help you look for the haunted house later? That'd be really nice of you. I come here a lot if you do ever want to meet up. Okay, maybe I'll see you later. Maybe I'll see you later then. See you. I look at a pile of books on my desk. There is still plenty of homework to do, and whether I like it or not, I have to finish it. This is getting difficult. Perhaps I should pay attention in Mr. Blanchett's classes. The last few days have been hectic, with all the strangers I have run into, but I'm glad I made a new friend. I cannot work like this. I try to focus on the textbook, but my mind keeps wandering. The man by the old house, the guy in the cave, and odd Sashiro from the park. Even though I only spoke with them for a short time, they've piqued my curiosity. God, I give up. I want to find out what is going on in the village. I wonder what Ryoji is up to. Maybe I should call him. I dial his number, but the call goes to his voicemail. I guess that he is still busy with his after-school activities. Could call Ikuya and tell her what happened, but it will only get her worked up, so I brush the idea aside. I throw myself on my bed and close my eyes. This feels a lot better. A moment later, I hear knocking on my window. Annoyed, I get up and check the source of the noise. I'm sorry, but the music. If this should be creepy, it's a little fun. I find myself being waved at. What?
Let me in.
What the hell are you? And what are you doing here?
Hurry!
Get down first. Just let me in. What's wrong with this guy? He's killed in my house. Seriously, how can a stranger expect me to let him into my room through the window? Must be the worst burglar ever. I'm not stupid enough to fall for such an obvious trap. I ignore him and lay back down on my bed. It's common sense not to let strangers in your house. The knocking stops after a moment. It seems like he has finally given up. Silently, I go back to my bed. I cannot help but worry about what happened to the guy clinging to the side of my house. Maybe I should check on him and get a ladder or something. I lean outside of my living room and look out. Strange, I can see the window of my room, but there is no one outside. I shrug and turn back, going to my room. I'm shocked by the sight of a man laying on my bed.
Oh my! How?
I was expecting Sashiro, not
You... Huh?
How do you get in here? Hi Prime, how are you? We are just having the most random encounters with the guys. With the Dateable guys, we're just having the most random encounters. Doesn't it? I feel like Nomi would love his style. I think Nomi would just... Sorry, I love your clothes, they're mine now. You're welcome.
Are you a burglar?
I'll call the police. I frantically search for my phone. Within a second, the man has me by the wrist and pins me against the wall.
Wait, it's a misunderstanding.
What? I desperately scream around, trying to break his hold on me. To be fair, I feel like this is way better, because it's like, this is a misunderstanding. It's trying to... First he asked us for help, and now it's being like, this is a misunderstanding. I'm not here to rob you, please let me explain. This is way better than the first year guy that is just like, please go on a date with me, and then we tell him, no, we don't even know anything about you. And he just keeps stalking us, and we keep telling him no, and he search, and it reached to the point that we need to beat him up for him to leave us alone. I believe this is way better than it. The stranger lowers his head to look me in the eyes. Calm down, let me explain. Let me go, you creep. As if I'm going to listen to anything you say. I prepare to keep him, but he releases me and backs up, away. How did you get into my house? There was an open window in another room. I have to be more careful. Can I stay here? His sudden request makes me speechless. What? That came out of nowhere. Are you joking? I'm serious. His expression changes instantly, earnest and almost somber. I have never met anyone who switches moods this quickly. No way, I don't even know you. And you attacked me. Maybe not, but I know you. Huh? And anyway, I wasn't trying to hurt you. He sighs and shakes his head. I don't remember meeting this guy. Wait, could it be... No, never mind. Get out of my room, you creepy stalker. I've been demoted to a stalker now. Either way, you're a pervert. Wait. We are just insulting him left and right. I love this protagonist. I love her. She kicks butt. She doesn't shut up. A burglar, a stalker, and a pervert? That really stinks, you know? I grabbed the closest thing to me, a book, and I hurled it at him. Get out of here, go away! Wait, I wasn't finished! Get out now! He dodges my next projectile before slicking towards the window. Oh, calm down, no need to get aggressive. First you broke into my house, and then you assaulted me. Now you ask me if you can stay here? My answer is obvious. There's nothing wrong with asking, right? Oh my god. I think I'm starting to get... So, right now I will have my eyes on him, and there is still something that I need to get answer of Sashiro, because of how Sashiro was like, I lost something and I can't remember. I'm like, are you like Waltz and you got turned back into a child and lost your memory? I love her. What the man lets out a heavy sigh. Fine, if you don't want me to stay then. He gives me a sad glance before jumping out of the window. Oh my lord! I didn't say you had to jump out! I rushed into the window, only to find the weirdo smirking at me from the ground. Oh, you don't care about me! You jerk! Oh, this is the best interaction so far. Don't you dare come here again. Who knows what the future holds? We'll see you later. My eyes follow the figure as he walks through the street and out of sight. I am relieved that he did not steal anything, though my heart is still racing from shock. It's the first time I've met such an oddball. These days are getting weirder and weirder. It didn't seem all that dangerous though. He left easily enough though. Wait a second, something is off. Why go through such lengths? Just ask me if he could stay here. I know it's easy to climb on the landing, but this is just odd. I wonder what his intentions were. I shake my head and sigh. More questions bubble up as I think. Calm down, Digana. You shouldn't dwell on this. The weekend passes quickly, and I'm back at school on Monday. My mind is filled with flashbacks from the past few days. I met a suspicious forest ruler, a mysterious gentleman, and a frail younger boy. Not to mention the weirdest. Not to mention that weirdo who snuck into my house. Hi Clara, how are you? So you just missed it for like some seconds. So we were at home, and out of nowhere we start hearing knocking in our window, and someone started waving, and then we just hear like, "Please help, let me in!" And we're like, "No," because we're like, "It's a burglar, no." So we went to another room to peek, and he was gone. And then we go back to our room, and he's just down in our bed, like waiting. And we're like, "How did you get in?" And he's like, "Oh, another window was open." And then we're like, "Get out! Like, you're a stupid burglar or something like I'm calling the police." So then he literally does a cabadon with us, and we're just like, "You assaulted us," and then he backs down, and he's like, can I stay here? So then we just attack him with like burglar, stalker, and pervert, and we start throwing things at him and trying to knee him out of here, and then he just jumps out of the way. Also, the child Tashiro, we met him in the park. Is the only character that right from the guys that we know his name right now, and he passed out. Like we talked with him, he asked us for direction, and then he went down. And when we were going, we found him face palming the face slapped on dirt, and starting to pass out, saying that he doesn't have much time. So then we were like, I don't know what to do with him, and it was starting to rain, so we just get shelter with. So we just grabbed him and gave him shelter. And then it was like, I lost something on a mansion, but I can't really remember what. I can't really remember what I was doing there and everything. So I'm a little bit, and we keep asking what he lost, and he's like, I just lost something important. I'm like, is this something like Waltz, that he got turned back into a kid and got amnesia? Then we met. Before that, we had met Zeikun in a cave, and he was like, really like, get out of here! Like, didn't answer to any of our questions, and he was just kicking us out. And we met June in abandoned mansion garden, where he just gave us a tour guide. To be fair, the guy was actually really pretty. The guy that snuck in was actually really pretty. He was a guy that I said that Nomi would steal the clothes from. Is that guy. She's intrigued by the four different guys, because she was like, wait, if he didn't steal anything, why would he want to stay in my house? Like, she's like, huh? Also, before even Brian joined it, right like in the beginning, we got followed by a first year that we don't know who it was. It's just the first year on our school. He literally was stalking us. We approached him like, what do you want? Like, then he was like, can you go out with me? And we were like, no. And they keep insisting and being like really aggressive to us. Even though we told him no multiple times, and they keep saying, please, 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 please. So we knee him in the stomach, and then he tries to be aggressive with us, so we just beat his ass up. More like we just grab it one arm, grab the other, put it on the back, and was like, if you try this again, you'll die. And then he'd go to the school cry that we kick his butt. But he didn't say that he was stalking us. To be fair, there is missing people. And we read on the newspaper that someone got homicide, and someone tried homicide. So yeah. Doesn't matter. How are you feeling? Are you still sick? Also, I also sent our friend to Nomi, because we have two friends. We have Ikuya, that is a girl, that she looks like really sweet. And we have another friend, a boy. We know them since primary school. And when I saw the boy, I was like, I need to send this guy to Nomi. Also, I'm shipping Ikuya and Ryoji together. Ryoji is a guy. I'm shipping them together. I cannot help but find such odd, suspicious people interesting.
Yukuya! I called you out a few times, silly. Were you asleep?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
You should try to stay awake during class.
No, please get better. Please feel better. Eat soup and tea. This isn't the one that I think it's not my coded. You'll see the other one. When you see the other one, you will see what I mean by Nomi coded. But the lectures are boring. Mr. Blanchett is so repetitive.
Oh, really? You explained some useful things this time.
Like what?
Nope, you should have been listening. Anyway, do you have any plans for today?
Well, I'm thinking about scoping out a mansion. Yeah! Feel better! Feel better! And in good vibes and energy.
Oh, tell me more.
You know the roads to the library?
Of course. What about it?
There's a creepy old mansion in that neighborhood. It never struck me before, but don't you think it's strange that it's been abandoned for so long? Nobody thought of revamping it or demolishing it, even when it's empty?
That's a good point.
I've heard a few rumors about the place before, but I haven't looked into them much. It was only because of that shadow I saw that really has me intrigued.
That old mansion is part of the many legends of this village. All I know is that it used to belong to the Canrigi family. I don't even know anyone. I don't think anyone owns it right now.
I could have sworn I heard something else during history class.
Suddenly interested in history?
I probably shouldn't involve Ikoe in this further. I know she hates haunted places, and given the atmosphere, she wouldn't enjoy it very much.
Did you hear about that murder the teachers keep gossiping about? They said the suspicious is likely someone who moved into the village not too long ago. They didn't say why, though. I think they're wrong, though. Everyone always uses new residents as scapegoats. Don't you think that's too unfair?
I don't think so. It narrows down the list of possible suspects. Do you see now? Do you see now? Nomi coded! Nomi alert!
Hi, Liaji!
It makes sense because no one knows the newcomers very well. They're naturally the most suspicious for now. Right? We are a small community, and it's easy to tell when and why things change. Plus, you see that hair? Yeah, the other guy is the debatable character that I said Nomi would snap its clothes off for her to use. She's like, your wardrobe? Our wardrobe. You can't see what lies below the surface. The judging method does narrow down possibility suspects, but I don't agree with using new residents as scapegoats. Well, this is also a mystery game. It felt like very mysterious atmosphere. I'm helping my dad with this case. He asked me to collect a list of people who moved into the village within the last 6 months. You know what is the worst part? The way Kurato got his interaction with us was so good that for now is like on top of my list of my favorite boy in this game. Just for that interaction. I loved it so much. It was so fun. If anyone comes to mind, let me know. It really help us out. I don't really agree with your method, but I'll let you know if I think of anyone. Thanks for the help.
Diviana, you can stay over at my place while they are investigating.
You live alone, right? You should seriously think about it. Yeah, right after someone knocked into the window once and jumping. Also, this is just a prologue. I've been playing this game for 1 hour and a half and I'm just on the prologue. Like 1 hour and a half, quote unquote, because I have these moments that I'm just reacting or just talking, or earlier I was just presenting and exploring the game. Yeah. I'm fine. Thanks for the offer though. Pillion presents Dark Knights. Oh, we're starting the game now. Oh, now we get the opening. The homeless guy. Also, I noticed that whenever it's night appears Dark Knights, but whenever it's days appears Bright Days. I don't know. The burglar dude is Korato, is one of the dateable guys. Zakon was the red braid hair one, is also a dateable one. June, the one who appears like in a library, is also a dateable one. And Sashir, the little boy hugging a bag of cookies, is also dateable. The blonde guy and the green hair guy, I don't know who they are, they haven't appeared yet. I have no clue. Yeah. I don't know. I have no clue. I just started playing this game today. Don't ask me questions that I don't know. The only characters that I met is Ikuya and Yoji, that are childhood friends, and then we met the dateable characters. That the only guy that we actually know the name is Sachiro. Yeah, about that. That is something that concerns me. But I'm really hoping and really praying that this kind of a Walt situation, in case like in the previous game that I was playing, Walt was actually 4 years older than us. We were 18, he was 22. But he got cursed and turned into his kid self, even though he was an adult. So, and then we break his curse, and most of the time he was an adult, and we even got married to him in the sequel games. So I'm praying and hoping that Sashiro is a similar situation, that he's just older, because we aren't adults here, we are in school, we are like high school kids. So I hope it's something like that. He's around our age, but just got... Since there is all this mysterious stuff going around and they say he's going out of time and then he just passes out randomly and he has something that he can't tell us what it is, but also he doesn't really remember. It's something like what? I hope so. Otherwise, I'm going to be very disappointed. I stare at the ceiling while lying on the couch. Oh yes, by the way, let me just save. I have a lot of slots, so let me just... yeah. I'm still on the prologue! Oh god. I think about what Ikuya and Ryoji said earlier. Someone not from this village. Just in these past few days, I met 4 faces I've never seen before. Any of them could have moved here around the same time those disappearances started. It's possible that one of them is involved. Against my better judgment, I cannot help but want to investigate them further on my own. The excitement is overwhelming. Who should I investigate first? Oh, this is... oh. So I'm guessing this is how we pick our routes. I'm assuming. So... the thing that they said for us to get the hints, the better routes would be Kurato, Zeiko, Sashiro, and Junoru. So I may go for Kurato just because I really want to go through the routes that I can understand the hints of what is going on. But I also want to keep the mystery. Hints or mystery. Let me check again what did they say on the website. What is Dark Nights? What did the creator say again? So if we enjoy keeping hooked on mysteries, I suggest Hashiro, Daikon, Kurato, Junoru. To understand it hints given in on other routes, I suggest Kurato, Daikon, Hashiro, or Junoru. I do like to understand the hints. But I also like to get hooked on mystery. Dolly está agradecendo a segredo que estou livre está à frente para fora tu já não és em cima do pé estava um copo conveniente que bebeu morreu o azar foi teu. Okay, seems like the hint route is where we go. A weird person who broke into my room. He was really suspicious. Oh, look at him! An image of him pops up on my mind. Oh, it's also like, are you sure? Are you really, really sure? Yes, I should investigate him. Could it be him? He was acting pretty weird after all. I'll tell him not to come back, but I wonder if there is a chance of encountering him again. I should be able to find him, given how small the village is. I tried to recall his appearance, but he did not have any unique features. Not that I think about it. However, he had a strange sense of fashion. I have never met anyone who dressed the way he did. Oh well, no use fretting over the small detail. I'm sure I'll recognize him if I see him again. Chapter 1 Visits. Very promising. Very promising. Yeah, route. That's how we pick the route. Okay. I like that. I like that I can pick the route. How I'm going to do with things, I have no clue. The next day, I wake up from a strange dream about the brown-haired guy from yesterday. He waved at me with a blood-stained hand. Oh! He waved at me with a blood-stained hand, then whispered it's our secret. God, what do you dream about? I do not remember what happened after. Even though it was just a dream, it worries me. Maybe my mind is filled with thoughts about everything that has happened recently. I scratched my head and sighed. It was just a weirdo. If he had been a murderer, he would have killed me the moment when we met. After taking a few deep breaths, I eventually calmed down and crawled out of my bed. I prepared to leave for school. As usual, when I arrive at school, Ikuya greets me with an enthusiastic smile. We chit-chat a little before Ryoji joins us. I notice he's unusually moody. Hey Ryoji, what's wrong? He hesitates for a bit, then eventually sighs. The rumors about the murders are making me sick. Those people are just spreading lies. Just because the investigators haven't solved them yet, people assume they are slacking off. The whole procedure doesn't happen in a day. People think solving a crime is so easy. Some people are even claiming the cops are involved with the murderers themselves. All this nonsense is making it harder for us. I feel especially bad for my dad. I'm really shipping you two together. Ike put her hand around Ryoji's shoulder.
Leo, just ignore them.
Ryoji sighs bitterly and shakes his head. Even my friends are complaining about it. I can't stand listening to them.
At least you have two good friends on your side.
Which friends are you talking about? Ikuya crosses her arms and looks at Ryoji.
You don't consider us your friends?
Let me think. Ikuya punches Ryoji. Ow, stop, I was kidding! To be honest, the murder cases have made me curious. Nothing like that ever happened before. This village is peaceful and not very exciting. Every day was the same as any other, like time rewound after midnight. But now the disappearance and murder case has changed it. Despite that, I'm not pleased by the events. If I can, I would like to find the culprit behind them. On my way home after classes, I keep thinking about the guy who broke into my room. It still bothers me. I do not know how and why he did it. Just then, I hear a familiar voice calling my name, breaking me out of my thoughts. Hey, are you ignoring me? I turn around and see Ryoji right behind me. A little surprised, I step back. How long have you been there? Ryoji rubs the back of his neck. He raises an eyebrow. Not long, jeez. You should pay attention to your surroundings. Let your guard down and some creep might attack you. I mumble to myself, then shake away the image of a particular creep in mind. What? Never mind. I move closer, hitting his arm playfully. So, what are you still doing here? Aren't you going home? Well, I was wondering if you wanted to walk home together. The suggestion catches me off guard. It has been months since we have all got home together. Yoshi has been so busy with club activities that I barely see him after class. Doing it again after so long would be nice. Of course. We walk home side by side. I do not know what I do not know what we can talk about, mostly because I'm not sure what he has been up to recently. There are many things I can ask. Don't you have club activities after school? I decided to skip them for today. I feel too tired to stay at school any longer. Besides, it feels like we haven't talked much lately. You have duties as the class president, and I get that you're busy. I'm sorry for dumping that role on you. I didn't feel suited for it. So wait, we were the class representative and we were just like, nah, here, have it. It's still a bad excuse for spending less time with my friends. I took the role, so it's my responsibility now. You say so. This might be out of blue, but it is just me, or we all changed since our first year. Even Ikuya is busy with her own stuff now. Ryoji looks at the sky with a melancholy expression, as though looking at something nostalgic. To be honest, I feel the same way. But if everything is better like this, then we should let it be. Paths meet, cross, and separate. You don't have to aim for the same future. You should follow whatever your heart desires. You must be joking. The Divian I know doesn't let go of relationships that easily. Maybe I've changed. Well, to me, you haven't changed at all. You're saying that now, but I think you and I feel the same way. Sorry for my attitude. I got caught up with things and forgot what I really wanted to do. It could be that you left me be because you thought it was the best for me. I miss old times with you and Ikuya. We should hang out together again like we used to. Yeah. You don't have to apologize. It's not like anyone is at fault. It has been a while since I have seen this side of Ryoji. Walking home with him brings back memories. I did not think he cared this much about our friendship. All this time I tried not to get in his way. Perhaps I was the one who did not try hard enough. Because Ryoji lives further than I. We part ways when we reached my neighborhood, and I walked the rest of my way home by myself. I'm home. Obviously there is no reply, but I still do it out of habit. I feel hungry, so I think about preparing dinner right away. What should I make today? Something easy like sushi, or should I go for curry? Let's see what I have. As I head to the kitchen, noises from upstairs make me freeze. The sounds of doors opening and closing. It could have been the wind, but because of the rumors, I am extra cautious. Could it be the stalker again? It's strange, because I'm sure that I locked all the windows today. I take an umbrella to defend myself and silently move upstairs. I peek through the railing and notice that the light is on in my room. My heart is beating rapidly as I hold my weapon tightly. I'll show whoever it is that they're messing with the wrong person. Slowly, I move closer and press my back against the wall beside the door. After my ears for footsteps, I think I can figure out their position. Suddenly, someone walks out of my room. They seem like they are about to leave. They continue heading towards the stairs, having not noticed me. Bye, good luck at work. Thank you for the care package. hold my umbrella firmly and launch when the person steps within my range. Ah, stop it! I'm not. Ow! His voice sounds familiar, so I pull back. Fumbling in the darkness, I manage to find the hall light switch. The first thing I see is a guy wearing a brown cap facing away from me. I immediately realize it is the same person who broke into my house the other day. Come to steal again, huh? I told you to not let me see your face ever again. You're not looking at my face, though. The guy turns around, keeping his distance from me. I raise my eyebrow again, but he grabs it before I can do anything else. Let go, pervert! He leans closer and covers my mouth with his hand. The force strong enough to push me back against the wall. First of all, my name is not Pervert, it's Kuratu. Second, you shouldn't scream at night. Your neighbors might think you're being assaulted. I give him a sharp look, as if it is not obvious what he's doing right now. Don't look at me like that, believe it or not, I'm here to protect you. I raise my eyebrow. Yeah, sure. By pinning me against the wall? Try to speak, but my words are muffled. He tilts his head, unable to make out anything I am trying to say. I'll take my hand off so you can talk, but only if you promise not to scream. I nod slowly and he releases his grip. Hold on. You're saying that you broke into my house and assaulted me to protect me? I didn't actually break in. Without permission, it counts as breaking in, no matter who does it. He lets out a deep sigh as he steps back across my arms and waits for a better explanation. If you really are here to protect me, you could try acting like it. You didn't have to climb to my window the other night. It was hard to reach you, so I had to improvise. What are you protecting me from? You've heard about the recent killings, right? I'll get straight to the point. You might be on their target list, and I've been assigned as your private guard. Shake my head and hold out my hand. Show me proof that you really are a private guard. Kuratu digs into his pocket and takes out a badge, handing it to me. To my surprise, he also shows me a gun he had kept hidden under his belt. I recognize the symbol on the front of the badge. Only selected investigators have it. Liage often talks about his father's job as an investigator, and how only they are permitted to carry guns and badges with a distinct symbol. Is Kuratu an investigator? Take a closer look at his credentials. Kuratu Akaze. Does your family name mean doctor? Dr. Kuratu. It's not my real family name. It was changed after I was adopted. I see. Does that mean you believe me, Diviano? The fact that he knows who we are and it's why are we the target, by the way? I give Kuratu back his belongings and he keeps them, smiling confidently. Nobody told me about this though. It's supposed to be a secret, so we can trap the killer. For now, I'll be keeping an eye on you. This violates my privacy. Maybe I went a bit too far. And what were you doing in my room? Just making sure you're still here. I'm pretty sure professionals don't check up on their clients this often. Back there, he gave his gun to me. Not that I would have. But did he not realize that I can simply take it and shoot him? I'm stuck with an amateur guard. Could have told me so when he broke in the other night. Then again, I immediately chased him out and didn't give him a chance to explain. Hi Kiefer, how are you? How was your stream? I need to close because I was lurking there. How are you? Wait, I have to start out. There you go. And this shout out as well. Welcome. And also, hi, Kiefer, and we came in Kiefer raid. If you need to go, lurk, take care of yourself, all that stuff, feel free to do so. I'm lurker friendly because I lurk most of the time as well. So, if you need to leave, do your thing, blah blah blah. You're free to go. I'm not pointing any guns here. Do your thing. For who doesn't know me, my name is Viviana Luna Lepus. The audition for short. I'm a human hair hybrid and normally do art and craft streams, productive streams, or game streams like I'm doing right now. If anyone is interested, these are my social medias, and I'm also part of Virtually Magazine, a magazine for VTubers from VTubers. Yeah, I noticed that you were just chilling, doing like small game. Thank you. Good luck with your stuff. Good luck with good luck working. Thank you for the lurk. Could have told me. Chased him and didn't give him a chance to explain. You said I might be on the target list, but how are you so sure they will come after me? The murderer seems to be interested in this neighborhood. The rest of my team are looking after other residents. I'm sure this is shocking, but don't worry, I'll protect you. Kurato thinks I must be scared, but instead I look at him and grin. Oh, it's into. This is the perfect opportunity. I never knew the murderer would be so close. I could catch him. If you're watching out for the murderer, then you'll be involved sooner or later. That means we have a chance to solve this case. You're lucky to have me as a partner. Together we will. I never said you were my partner, but I want to help out. You're already helping by being a target. I continued trying to convince him to let me help him, but it does not budge. I am told to just act as I usually do. Residents aren't supposed to work together with their guards. I'm here to ensure your safety. Professionals don't complete it your way, so you should be thankful you even have a guard. I'm surprised that an amateur like you is an investigator. I didn't have a good first impression of you, but I shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Don't expect much, but do your best. I guess I'll take that as a compliment. I give him a nonchalant look and shrug. Thank you for explaining the situation to me. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to sleep. You might as well go home. I told you that I'm going to watch you closely. Watch me? Closely? Kurat looks around uncomfortably, rubbing the back of his neck. I do not get why he's still hanging around, so I ask what is bothering him. Like I asked last time, can I stay here? My job? My jaw almost drops after hearing this. I put my hand on my face and take a deep breath. A deep breath. He is still insisting about that, so I guess it is not a joke. If I allowed him to stay, it might make his job of protecting me easier. Still, it is unbelievable that a guy like him was assigned to me. I might actually be safer without him around. Something is strange about Kurato. I just cannot pinpoint what. I should get to know him better before jumping to conclusions. I decide to give him the benefit of that and let him stay. Kurat is overjoyed from my decision, as if I saved his life. You sound like an homeless person. I am sort of. I live by myself, but I can barely pay the rent. You are brutally honest. Kurat laughs softly at my comments. I take another look at him. For a homeless person, I wonder how he got such a high position. It requires exceptional grades and abilities to become an investigator. The guy before me got taken down by a high school girl with an umbrella. Hopefully, I will not regret my decision. I take Kurat around my house and show him where the important rooms, like the kitchen and bathroom, are. We finally stop in the guest room, which is right next to my room. Really convenient. After that, he thanks me politely and I leave him alone. It has been a long time since someone has stayed at my place. I do not know how long he will be here, but it should not be a problem. No one really checks up on me, and I would not mind some company at home. My first impression of him was terrible, but that might change. I'm curious, what's he's got up his sleeve? Before I go to sleep, take a quick shower. With a large towel wrapped around my body, I look at myself in a mirror. Kuya has always teased me that I should interact more often with people, but I always seem to attract creeps. I must look like an easy target or something. Besides, I think my personality frightens people instead. Maybe I should work on that. Hi! Suddenly the door swings open and reveals Kuratu, who steps into the bathroom. I freeze on the spot when I notice that he is not wearing anything except for a towel hanging from his waist. My gaze lingers on his fair build. He must have gone through a lot of training to achieve such. What is happening in this game? He looks fitting for the role of instigator, like the. So our main character has her own period. Yeah, what am I thinking? Kurata does not seem to be aware that I was already in the bathroom, and he noticed me. He looks at me from top to bottom. I do not know what is going through his head, but he keeps staring. I wait for him to say something. After a moment, I break the silence myself. Hey, were you planning on... Why do you have to say that? Why do you have to say that? Hey, were you planning on joining me? Sorry! Kurata turns away, his cheeks red, and quickly closes the door. I find this reaction funny. I'll let you off for now because I am to blame for forgetting to lock the door. Knock next time. There is a muffled sound of agreement behind the door, followed by footsteps. He must have gone back to his room. I take a deep breath and close my eyes. I should have gotten mad, but he seemed to be more flustered than I am. Luckily, I have a towel around me. If he had come at a different time, I would not have let him live unscathed. His first day, and he is already causing trouble. This is an interesting route. Before I go to school, I leave some food on the table, along with a list of house rules. In the note, I also tell him not to make a mess out of my place while I'm gone. I head for Kurato's room to check if he's still around. His door was slightly ajar, and through the gap, I see him lying in bed, shirtless, his blanket on the ground. I sigh and quickly enter his room to pick up a blanket. You'll catch a cold, idiot. I drop the blanket over his body and turn around to leave. Just as I'm about to close the door, I hear the bed shifting as he stirs in his sleep. No, I must get him. Get him quick. I get a little confused after hearing his words. Get who? After that, though, Kurato continues to sleep soundlessly. I don't know what he is mumbling about. Maybe he was having a nightmare? I decide to leave Kurato alone and leave for school. Before break starts, the teacher gives an announcement. Students, this is a notice from the local police, so pay attention. Due to recent events, the village will be placed under curfew. No one is allowed outside from 9 p.m. to 3 a.m. There might be dangerous people lurking about during these times, so stay home and lock everything. It feels like we are being treated like small children, but no one protests because of how serious the situation is. After the announcement, everyone starts to chat among themselves. I lean to the right and try to get Ryoji's attention. Ryoji, what exactly is going on? Haven't you read the newspaper? They found dead bodies dumped in an alley. The autopsy report stated that they died sometime between 9 p.m. and 3 a.m. Hi Scarp, how are you? The same goes for the previous cases too, hence the notice. Don't you think it's a little far-fetched to warn even the students? Apparently, there's no pattern, and the next victim could be anyone walking around at night, student or not. Warning everyone is the best way to prevent that. I see. I don't intend to go out during that time, anyway. Ryoji moves a little closer, lowering his voice. According to the statistics, the neighborhood is the most at risk. Have you noticed anything strange lately? Not much, aside from being watched. There are investigators patrolling now. Investigators? Talked to one of them. He said that everyone in my neighborhood might be on the target list, and they are just on high alert. I see. We can't be certain about that, but we can't ignore it either. Ryoji steps back when Ikuya approaches.
Hi guys, what are you whispering about?
Just about the recent disappearance and murder case.
Oh, I wonder why these events are happening. It was so quiet and peaceful before.
I bet it's an outsider. No villager would do something like this. I'm doing good. I'm having some moments with this game. Yeah. There is some stuff going on. That for sure. Outsider like the forest tourists?
The foresters are still missing, right? Maybe the demon knows what they did and took care of it.
Oh, Ikuya. We already gave up on that idea. Besides, the demon won't get involved with things that happen within the village. The forest is its territory, just like a guardian will stay with their treasure.
It was just a theory.
Talking about theories won't solve the case, but we probably could find out who the murderer is.
Diviana is playing detective again. The police are already working on it.
Exactly, Diviana. That's why I'm going to solve this first.
Not you too, Lyoji. This isn't a competition.
I'll solve it without you and your connections with the police. Hokia sighs deeply as she looks at both of us. I'm starting to be concerned with Ikuya. I'm starting to get concerned with Ikuya. One class ends, Lyoji and I decide to study together. Since Kurato is at home, in order not to disturb him, I think it's better to study at Lyoji's place. Come in and make yourself comfortable. Your place is smaller than I remembered. Lyoji chuckles at my comment and cleans up the table. It's been a while since you came over. You were a lot shorter back then. While I take a seat, he heads off to the kitchen. He must be getting snacks. I dump my books on the table. After looking through them, I realize I have a lot of homework today, mostly from history class. I guess Kurato has to wait a little longer for dinner. Wait, isn't a child? He can take care of himself. I need to stop worrying about him. Let's see, I'll start with history. If there is any subject I'm bad at, it would be this one. For once, we're learning about something interesting. This chapter is about village legends. Luckily, I am with Lyoji today. He's more acknowledgeable about this. You've got trouble with history again? Lyoji returns to the room carrying a tray. On it are cups of tea and a plate of treats, which he sets down in front of me. It takes a seat beside me and looks over at my textbook. Mr. Blanchett gave some hints to the answers during this lecture yesterday. Alright, you were asleep. Fine, I'll help you with homework. The first section is related to our school. If I remember right, there was an incident. I've also heard rumors floating around about a ghost. The story of the school ghost has many variations, but I'll tell you the true story it's based on. I found it in the police archives. Several decades ago, a boy was tortured and later murdered by his classmates in school. Only his legs were at the scene of the crime. They couldn't find the rest of him. The only suspects were children, and none were definitely linked to the murder, so the case was never solved. I'm shocked that children could do such a thing. What could have driven them so mad to kill their classmate? It remains a mystery to this day. It's too late to dig into it now. The culprit probably died for old age. Anyway, they say the ghost of the victim wanders to the school late at night. Because he has no legs, basically crawls on the ground. So when you hear shuffling sounds, he's near you, or so the rumor goes. He's an evil spirit that remains in the school for revenge. Probably. Nobody has seen him close, but there are people who claim to have seen strange things through the windows from outside. Shuffling sound is hard to identify too. It could have easily been something else. That sounds interesting. I should have the urge to explore the school at night. Did you think you're the only one who got that idea? I told you nobody has encountered him. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll get to see him. Unlucky, more like it. I roll my eyes and turn back to my textbook. There is a photo on the page. Written in small text under the photo is "In memory of class 1E." Gage gives a brief description of the victim's appearance. I search for the boy in the photo. He is standing on the far left, as the shortest of the group. Unlike the other students, with big smiles on their face, he looks rather sad. I'm surprised that our school's reputation wasn't damaged. Records and textbooks tell different stories. The public doesn't know what really happened. I had to search through all archives and various other sources to find out the truth. Besides, it was a long time ago. People moved on. Let's look into the next legend, the Forest Demon. I have heard a lot of things about it, but they don't make sense. The legend gets mixed up because it seems like people will believe anything they hear. Remember our chief from days ago? That alone was enough to start unnecessary rumors. The villagers thought we were crazy to visit the forest after the missing tourist incident. Our teacher thinks it's nonsense. I'm still not sure what to believe. So, what do you know about the forest demon? It's an old legend, even older than this village. Many believe there is only one demon, but there could be more. Their appearance varies, but they are often portrayed as a weird-looking animal with horns. Could it be an undiscovered species? Maybe. Or it could be that someone saw an ordinary animal and mistook it for a demon. You can't really disprove something like that, and the description is vague enough that it couldn't look like almost anything. The legend says they're evil, devouring every person who enters the forest. The devouring part is not meant to be taken literally. The demon would take something from you, probably your soul. In order to appease the demon and prevent disaster, the villagers built a temple deep within the forest. I'm not sure how they managed to do it in the forest they feared, but take it as it is. I remember a crimson-haired guy I met during our trip. Asked Cleoge if there are people patrolling the forest. No, there is no need to do that every day. After hearing this, I reconsider visiting the forest. We continue to chit-chat with homework until the sun goes down. Thanks to Cleoge, I finish my history homework. With ease, I return and help him with other subjects. When I leave Cleoge's place, it's already completely dark outside, but I still manage to get home by 9 p.m. When I enter the house, I notice the lights are off. Looks like nobody's at home, unless Kurat already went to sleep. I'm home, Kurat, are you there? Nobody answers me, so it seems like I have to find him myself. Where should I look first? Let's go to the kitchen. I go to the kitchen and turn the lights on. Seems he's not here. Okay, let me see if we can... let me go to the hallway. Maybe I should check the hallways. Fumbling in the darkness, I try to find the light switch. I hear a sound coming closer, as if something is running towards me. Suddenly, I feel something brush against my leg.
Big!
I freeze in place and look around. What was that? I felt furry, so maybe a cat? As I turn the lights on, I see that the hallway is empty. I must be imagining things, don't even own a cat. I give up on searching. Wherever Kurato might be, I'm not bothering to look for him anymore. I go to the kitchen and make something simple for dinner. Notice the plate I served Kurato breakfast on this morning is empty. At least wash one dish, you lazy freeloader. I smile softly, even as I think that I guess Kurato liked what I made. The house is silent as usual. It is getting late, and I cannot help worrying about that guy. He must be on a night shift, although it looks like a newbie. Will he be okay? At that moment, I hear doorbell ringing. Thanks to the curfew, I am not expecting any visitors. I look through the pipe hole before opening. To my surprise, I see Kurato. I open the door for him in relief. I'm glad you're home. I've been waiting. I fell out of a window and couldn't find my way up in the darkness. How do you just fall out of a window? Is just a bad excuse, or is he really scanning him from head to toe for scratches or other ones, but he does not appear injured? You are such an oddball. That explains why you aren't at home. Come in then. Kurato rubs the back of his neck, smiling apologetically. By the way, can I have a spare key in case next time you fall, you will stay outside. I stick my tongue out at him and go back to preparing dinner. I see Kui and Ryoji discussing something. Curious, I join them. Hey guys, what's up?
Viviana, are you alright?
Of course, why wouldn't I be?
Ryoji told me police are guarding your street. I can't believe you're in so much danger.
Nothing much happened so far. You don't have to be this serious about it.
Of course I am going to take this serious.
Ikuya pouts and looks over at Ryoji. It seems he agrees with her. The mood quickly changes when Ikuya asks about the investigators.
By the way, have you seen anyone from our school? I heard a few students work as investigators. It seems like such a difficult job for students to handle. Besides, there is not enough work as the village is mostly quiet. The extras don't get paid. I'm curious to what kind of person is keeping an eye on you. They better do a good job on keeping you safe, or I won't forgive them.
Yeah, they they are doing their best. It is best if I do not tell her about Kurato, or she will try to dig more information. I might give her the wrong impression. If she finds out my guard is staying at my place, I would bury my face out of embarrassment. I haven't seen any of the investigators as far as I know. Most guards don't reveal themselves. It would make the residents restless. The idea is to set a trap. People should act normally. It's likely that students from the elite class took the job. It's not something to be bragging about, and they know a lot about keeping their identities hidden. No one has ever seen or spoken to the elite students. Not even our teacher knows a lot about them. So I can understand why they would be chosen for the job. They're just abusing their privilege to skip classes. They are probably too busy investigating to even care about school, said the person that sleeps in class.
No, really?
What about your brother, Ikuya?
Isn't an investigator, as far as I know. He just studies at home.
You should drag your brother to school sometime. It's been so long. I've forgotten his face.
I tried many times, but it can be so stubborn.
Our discussion is interrupted by Mr. Blanchett calling us into our seats. We do not get another chance to speak until end for the day, when Ikui and Ryoji depart for their school clubs. After saying goodbye, I pack my things and go home. On my way to the lockers, I find a handkerchief on the ground. Its fancy design catches my attention, so I pick it up. There is a name embroidered on it, Roy K. I don't not recognize it. This looks important. I should bring it to the Lost and Found's office. Hey, that is mine. Well, Brian was asking who was the blonde guy. There he is. A guy stands behind me, so tall that I have to look up at him. I notice his uniform design. He's not a regular student. I hand over the handkerchief when he reaches out for it. Roya? How do you... my handkerchief. Thank you for returning this, Miss Iviano. How do you know my name? Have we met before? Who knows? Roya shows a mysterious grin and leaves. I stare at his back until it disappears from sight. I've never met this guy before. How does he know my name? He really is also the first elite student I have ever seen walking around school. I wonder why he's here today. The elite students are sure peculiar. I'm home. It is quiet when I enter my house. There is no answer, so I assume Karato has gone out. I drop my bag and decide to head for the kitchen to prepare tea. It always calms me down after a long day. Pass by the living room and freeze, hearing soft breathing coming from the couch. Upon stepping closer, I notice that Karato is lying there, his sleeping face looking peaceful. He must have worked hard today. I should let him be. When I return, Karato is already sitting up, reading. He looks up from his newspaper. You woke up so quickly. Did I disturb you? Nah, I had a good nap. I just made tea. Let me get you some. Karato smiles appreciatively when I hand him a cup. I sit next to him and glance at what he's reading. It occurs to me that there are things about him I have yet to confirm. It was written on his badge that he attends the same school as me. Hey Karato, do you really never attend class? What class are you in? Normally you'd get a penalty for being absent. Let's see. I think people call it the elite class or something. I knew it. I almost spit out my tea upon hearing his answer. What? So you really are... Why are you so surprised? Because you look normal to me. The disappointment. Like, we're looking at Roya. Wow, he looks so different. His uniform is also really different. We look at Karato. Oh wow, we are so normal. Was that supposed to be a compliment? I thought all the elite students were supposed to be peculiar. Although nothing's really normal these days. I'm curious, I hardly ever see them at school. And I'd rather hear what they're like from you than the rumors. I don't know, I haven't met everyone yet. Most of them were absent from the first day. If everyone else is keeping class, why wouldn't I? You don't even know your own classmates? I just said. It's not that I don't believe you, I just find it a bit strange. I guess they have their reasons. I do remember someone. There's this one guy named Shane. He's an investigator like me, so I've seen him around. Do you guys get along? Sorta, but we're more like rivals. He's kind of reserved, doesn't talk a lot. You can say we're opposites, personality-wise. You'll get it if you meet him. I bet he's a truant just like you. Speaking of your classmates, do you know a guy named Roya? A flicker of recognition crosses his face. You must be familiar with the name. Roya? Is he in my class? I'm not sure. Crowd of frowns, lost in thoughts. Even with a student from the elite class sitting beside me, I am not close to getting answers. Should interact more with your classmates. We are hypocrites. Yes, ma'am. Yes, mom. Oh, I'm just trying to get you to socialize. You don't exactly look like a social butterfly either. Maybe you should take your own advice. Don't change the subject. We're talking about you. Why don't you talk to an elite student yourself? If you're so interested, aren't you? I'm talking to one of them too. We spend the rest of the afternoon talking about school. Kurato has been in the elite class since I was a first year. He had been too lazy to attend class during that time, and was hardly ever around, which explains why I did not recognize his face when we first met. I have to admit, I wouldn't go to class either if the same rules apply to us. Kraut also mentions that we met once when we were younger, but I cannot recall it. It must have been a long time ago, or it just did not make a very large impression. Try to ask more about it, but Kurato waves it off as a fun fact and says nothing else about it. I didn't think you were actually serious. You should always take me seriously. Kurato rubs his head, looking around uncomfortably. I place my hands on his back and push him forward. Where is your uniform, by the way? Either I lost it or it's collecting dust in my locker, which I forgot the combination to. And the number. And its general location. I look at him with narrowed eyes. I question how we even got accepted into such an exclusive class. Their image totally does not fit Kurato. Maybe I had the wrong idea about elite students in general. I walk Kurato to his classroom, since he cannot remember where that is either. It feels like I am showing a transfer student around. We take a turn in the hallway, I accidentally bump into someone. I stumble, but Kurato catches me before I hit the ground. Hey Shane, it's rare to see you here in school. Oh my god! Talking about difference! Oh my god! Makes sense if you barely show up. Look how different they look. Rubbing my head, I glance up to face the tall person in front of me. His light blue eyes look down into mine. His cold stare gives me the chills, yet his gas mask is strange enough to draw my attention away from his eyes. This must be the person Kurato talked about yesterday. Looks more like a laboratory worker than a student. Sorry for bumping into you. It's fine. His deep voice is distorted due to his mask. Sounds creepy. If I were alone with him, I would not stay around for too long. Kurato moves forward and pats Shane on the shoulder. So, what were you doing here? Shane glances down at Kurato's hand, then steps away from him. Just some business, yeah? Well, this kid's forcing me to attend class. At the comment, I puff out my cheeks and glare at Kurato. He had said it was in a joking tone, but Shane just keeps quiet, not finding it funny. There is not much for you to do here, though. The target has escaped. Target? Kurato just nods in response, his expression unchanging. After those words, Shane takes his leave. That sounded like something important. I wonder what Shane means, but I doubt Kurato will tell me about it. Why was Shane wearing a gas mask in school? It's not like the air here is bad. I don't know, it might be a fashion choice. The elite student's classroom is located in a different part of the school building. Even though there is no one in the hallways, it feels awkward standing around when I have no business being here. Kurato, not wanting me to leave, asks to keep him company for a short while. I only say yes to satisfy my curiosity. I expect the classroom to be completely empty, but a lone boy sits in the corner, a book in his hands. Oddly enough, it does not look older than 14. I look back at Kurato in confusion. Did we enter the wrong classroom? I look confused, but we are in the right place. I remember my classroom at least. It's usually pretty empty. That boy is Kaishi, by the way. He looks young enough to be in the elementary school. After abruptly putting his book down, the boy stands up and starts walking towards us. When he stops in front of me, I notice he's even shorter than I am. I can hear you. The answer is no, I'm just physically 14. And I'm an elite student. Kashi answers all my questions at once with a straight face. Even Kurato remains speechless. Don't gossip about your seniors or make random assumptions. Go back to your own classroom. This place is only for the elite. Turns to Kurato, who is standing beside me. And you? If you're staying, don't disturb me. I'm reading something important. The boy shoots me a fierce look and makes me freeze in place before he returns to his seat. Kurato, did you hear it? Did you hear that? Kurato chuckles, patting my shoulder. Don't take it personally. Kaishi is always like this. I didn't mean to offend Kaishi. He must have had a bad impression of me now. Honestly though, these elite people are weird. That boy... You should go back to your classroom. Thanks for accompanying me this far. I'll pick you up once classes are over. Actually, you can just wait for me by the lockers. It's not like I'm embarrassed, but if Kurato comes to pick me up, my friends, especially Kuya, will have endless questions. Maybe I'll introduce Kurato to them another day, when the time is right. Alright, if you say so. After classes end, I immediately head to the lockers, which seem more crowded than usual. There is a group of people surrounding something, but I cannot see what. Even Ikuya is there. There are too many people. I can't find Kurato. Are you a transfer student? I've never seen you before. Move closer to see what is going on. Instantly recognize Kurato in the center of the crowd. Cannot miss his dark beanie. What has he done to attract so much attention? Just because he is a normal-looking elite student? How do I reach him? The moment Kurato sees me, he smiles and starts pushing his way through the crowd. I self-consciously step back, trying to make myself stand out less, then turn around and walk out of the school. Viviana, you left so quickly, what's wrong? Wait, don't tell me you're jealous. Why would I be? Kurata chuckles at my reaction as he walks beside me. So, had any fun in class? Kashi and I were the only ones around. I was stuck with that brat the whole day. It wasn't fun at all. Why don't you try to socialize with him? Who wants to be friends with a sharp-tongued little bookworm? Not a fan of children? Not when they glare murderously at me. I can hear you. Where is he? Oh my god. We both turn around and to find Kaishi behind us, glaring with the same look Kurata was just talking about. I did not notice him at all. How long have you been walking behind us? Just for a short while. It's not like I'm following you. I'm going to the public library, which is also in this direction. I see you are still gossiping about your seniors. It seems you didn't take my words seriously. You are not even worth talking to. He stares at us blankly. I do not know if Kaishi was speaking to both of us or just me. The awkward hair between us feels as thick as a brick wall. Kurata and I stand there, not knowing what to say, while Kashi just keeps walking, ignoring us. I feel the tension fading away as he turns the corner. It as he is, it can be rather gloomy and difficult to handle. When he reaches home, I settle on the living room couch and start doing my homework. Kurata sits beside me, browsing through the newspaper like he has nothing better to do. Don't you need to study for the upcoming exams? Nah, that'd be boring. Besides, I've already memorized everything I need to know for them. Well, genius, since you have nothing to do, can you help me with history? Sure, what's the question? There is a legend about the school ghost. What do you know about it? That's one. Crowd rubs his chin while looking down at my textbook. His eyes gleamed up. For a moment, something must have come to mind. Part of this story is real. The ghost of boys sometimes appears around the school at night. I believe ghosts exist. Who knows? They might even be around right now, do you? The doorbell rings before I can answer. Putting my textbooks aside, I stand to check it out. I open the door to see Shane standing outside, his unusual appearance startling me a bit. Can I help you? I'm looking for Kurata. Hey bro! Hey bro, how did you know I was here? The man in question suddenly appears behind me, a shaky grin on his face. Shane crosses his arms and raises an eyebrow. As though to say the answer should be obvious. Shane pointedly looks at me, drawing Kurata's gaze. Do you mind giving us a sec? We're gonna talk about confidential work. Saying no is not really an option, so I leave them be. However, I cannot let this chance to eavesdrop slide. I hang back around the corner, leaning against the wall. I can vaguely make out their conversation. Don't let your guard down. Something big might happen soon. Things are going according to the schedule then. Thanks for warning. So, how's the target? Can't find him. Huh? Must be pretty skilled to escape from you. You should be cautious. I didn't expect them to show up at school. I should patrol that area too. Whatever you want. By the way, there's something I want you to do for me. It goes silent for a moment. Kurata starts whispering, but I am too far to hear it clearly. Try to move a little closer, but then he speaks up again. The murderer is always slipping past us. I'm starting to think there might be more of them. It's been so easy for them too. It's like they're always one step ahead of us. Do you think one of our own was involved? Kurato's words are intriguing. I'm all within the investigators. If that is the case, then who can be trusted? You're nothing except chained deep side. That sounds a bit creepy, though, through his gas mask. Even if it's one of our own, I won't hesitate. I know you won't. Never stray from your goals. I wish you had your resolve. Just then, I hear the door opening. Ken must be leaving. Quickly I head to the couch, grabbing my textbook and pretending to write something down. A few seconds later, Kurato returns to the living room. He takes one look at me and smiles mischievously. Hear anything interesting? You. I have no idea what you mean. Kurato sits down beside me, still eyeing me. It's okay, you can drop the innocent act. I would have told you anything, anyway, just to keep you from stressing out about all this. I want to be honest with you. Kurato's a class sometimes, but he's sharp. He's an investigator after all. I have nothing else to say, so I simply shrug. You'll be safe with me around. Actually, I'm more worried about missing out on the action. Nope, people like you should stay home. People like me? I mean regular, untrained people. Just stay at home and don't do anything unnecessary. I flash at his comments. I understand his logic, but it makes it sound as though I would only get in his way. Well, he can't stop me from intervening if anything happens. My answer is no. No. And no. Stop suggesting weird things. Oh, come on, it's just for one night. Is this right? Yep. There is no way we're sharing one room. Go sleep in your own. You eavesdrop on us back there. You heard it's getting dangerous. If I'm right beside you, it would be easier to... I push Kurato out of my room and slam the door shut. I'm sure Kurato is just messing around. No guard would ever ask to sleep beside their target. Then again, most guards don't leave with their targets in the first place. Why does he need to stay literally right beside me anyway? Is he that bad at his job? It makes him even more suspicious. He himself could be the murderer, for all I know. Feeling tired, I slip into my bed. Right after I close my eyes, I hear a small noise. Kurato stab his foot against the wall or something? After a while, the door creaks open and Kurato sneaks inside. I have not fallen asleep as not much time has passed by. I should really get a lock for my door. I had no need for it before, but now that I have someone living with me, sit still and listen for his footsteps. When he seems close enough, I grab my pillow and throw it at him. He steps aside in an instant, dodging it easily. There is an innocent expression on his face as he picks up my pillow, turning back at me, and sits down on my chair in front of my desk. Otto props his arm against the desk, looking in my direction. Is it okay if I watch you from here? Oh. It seems he will persist no matter how many times I reject him. Since this is part of his job, let us stop complaining. Find what you want. Just don't try anything funny. There is an extra blanket over there, if you're cold. I'm good, but thanks. Want me to tuck you in, sing you a lullaby? I can't with this guy, I love him. Want me to throw you out of the window? Kuroto chuckles, my light tone having made it clear that I was kidding. Okay, sleep well, Diviana. Kuroto shifts in the chair, taking a more comfortable position. He flashes me an innocent smile once he's settled. I shift to face away from him. My eyelids heavy, and I quickly fall asleep. I woke up to a strange noise. I lie still for a time, waiting for the sound to abate. It doesn't stop for a minute. I sit up, rubbing my eyes before taking a look around. Roto's chair is empty, and I do not see him anywhere else in the room. Maybe he went to the bathroom? I hear shuffling sounds outside, as if something is being dragged over the ground. Am I going to be stupid enough to look at what is on outside? Am I going to be that stupid? Yes, because I'll try to get the bedding first. Investigate a noise. What was that? Please, I get out of bed and head for the door. I open the door, but see nothing in the darkness. The sound has already stopped, and I cannot see well enough to determine if anything looks suspicious. Korato, are you here? I wait a moment, but there is no reply. I go to the next room to look for him. Having it empty, and I began to grow nervous. He said he would guard me tonight. Couldn't have gone out, could he? Call his name again, but only silence answers me. I'm about to check downstairs. Before I put a foot on the first step, I hear the shuffling sounds again. I hear creaks, as though someone is on the stairs. I turn my eyes, curious about the figure, but it's slowly approaching in the dark. A boy is crawling upstairs with messy hair and a torn shirt and no legs. It looks like his legs had been chopped off, but from his position, I cannot make out if it was real or an illusion. Both of his hands are stained a dark red, and there is a trail of blood behind him. I am going to regret my life decisions. Now for my help. I can barely believe. Why am I hearing that clean? Can barely believe a person could be this badly injured and still be conscious. Never mind how he got into the house. Of course I have to help him. Kneel down, offering my hand. He is looking down. I am not sure if he even saw me. He remains motionless for a few seconds, but then he suddenly grabs my hand. I must lose my balance from surprise, but quickly catch myself. Hey, are you alright? Help. He answers with a soft moan, then lifts his head up and looks at me. Two eyes gaze into mine, looking a little sad. Face is paler than I expected, almost transparent. Gentle pull him up from the stairs and let his body rest against the wall. Notice his wounds are still bleeding. Too realistic to be a prank. I'll get some bandage. Wait, please, don't leave me alone. Stand up, but he quickly grabs my hands before I can take a step. His ice-cold fingers are trembling, and his voice sounds weak. He shakes his head and squeezes my hand. I have no choice but to respect his request, despite a pool of blood forming around the stumps of his legs. As I assess his wants, I realize there is no way he could have entered my house in this state. I put my hand away and step back from him. Who are you? How did you enter my house? I'm a ghost. The boy sighs and averts his eyes. I recall the story Lyoji told me about the ghost boy, and realized that he looks exactly like the boy in the photo I saw. Legless too, just like the rumors. The realization scares me, and I stumble as I take another step away from him. This is weird, isn't it? I died a long time ago, now I'm just... Could it possibly be the school ghost? Oh, is that what they call me? I think I am. What are you doing in my house? I was looking for someone who can see me. Not a lot of people can. I need your help. The expression changes to a sad one again. His tone is serious, but I still cannot comprehend his existence. It would make more sense if he is a dream. I wonder why only I can see him. Can I help? Please come to school. I'll be waiting for you. The boy smiles before his body vanished into thin air. I stare at the spot he disappeared from, wondering if I will wake up from this bizarre nightmare anytime soon. What in the world? I'm so confused. Every trace of him has disappeared, from the blood trail to the floor, on the floor, to the stains on my hands, where it touched me. I recall the chill I felt when he touched me. What am I supposed to do? I missed my chance to reject him. If I try now, he might curse me. This must be the worst decision I have ever made, but after a change of clothes, I leave the house. The streets are empty. It occurs to me that I should not be out this late, but I'm already early at the school. Despite my misgivings, I'm excited and curious to see what awaits me. Surprisingly, the fences are unlocked. There might still be people inside. The hallways are lit only from the street lamps outside, but I can still see where I'm going. I have never been here at night. They always look creepier than usual. I want to call out the ghost boy, but decide to stay quiet and search for him. I stop to listen, picking up the distinct sound of the ghost boy's shuffling. The floor ahead of me looks splotches as well, perhaps with blood, but in the dark I cannot be certain. I walk down the hallways and follow the shuffling sound. I found blood trails on the floor. Clue that the school ghost was here. Guess he found me first. As I step forward, I feel a hand press against my mouth and an arm around my waist. Without a moment to react, I pull into the nearest classroom and struggle trying to break out from my captor's grasp. I hear a familiar voice whispering in my ear. Relax, it's Grato. He releases me once I stop struggling. I spin around to confront him, but he presses his index finger to my lips before I can utter a word. He pushes his hand away from my face, but keep quiet, despite the many questions I have for him. While we hide in the classroom, the sound of footsteps echoes through the hallway. Despite the darkness, I can see a light through the gap between the door and its frame. We both wait patiently until something moves within sight of our hiding place. A pair of disappointed legs shamble down the hallway, pausing at regular intervals, as though they're missing top elf is searching for something. Blood trails down from the top of each stump, leaving macabre shoe prints in each step. I almost scream in shock, but Kurato lays a hand on my shoulder, reminding me to stay calm. I can hardly breathe as the limbs continue their way down the hall. The soft sound of their shoes echoing the empty corridor. As the sound grows further and further away, the bloody paint fades from view, till there is no trace that anything was ever there. I wait a few minutes after the last echo of these footsteps fades before finally safe enough to speak. This is what happens when you sneak inside the school at midnight. Then why are you here? Kurato lets out a deep sigh. Look, I'll explain. But tell me, what are you doing here first? The school ghost appeared at my place and asked for help, so I decided...
Seriously?
I might get cursed if I reject his request. Kurato shakes his head and lets out another deep sigh. It was a bad idea after all. And where have you been? I thought you were supposed to be guarding me. You're always gone or popping up when I least expect. Actually, I was after the ghost boy. I was told he would appear at the school tonight. Ask the chain to guard you, just in case. Can't believe it didn't stop you from coming here. Still, it's my fault. I'm sorry I left you alone. Really, I'm so sorry. Kurato lowers his voice, almost whispering. His sad eyes look down at me, his expression not what I expected. I decide not to push it any further, since he already feels guilty enough. Anyway, you need to leave. The ghost may come back for you. Before I can reply, we hear a shuffling sound. Kurato grabs my hand and we rush out to the classroom. The school's his playground that night. We need to get out of here ASAP. You should have rejected him. Now he's after you. Kurato, slow down. I can't keep up. As soon as the words are out of my mouth, I trip over my own feet, rushing to the floor. Kurato barely has time to turn around before I feel something cold clamp onto both my legs. I let out a small shriek as I'm dragged away at unanimous speed. Kurato looks at me with a shocked expression, but quickly comes to his senses and chases after me. I try to turn and see who is dragging me, but a sharp turn throws me off balance, and I have to scramble to avoid hurting myself. Let me go! Hold on, I'm coming! I grow dizzy because of the many quick turns. Feels like I am on a roller coaster without the safety harness. I hear Kurato's footsteps echo, but they disappear brutally, as if he stopped running. Not his name, but he must be too far away to hear. My captor finally releases me after pulling me into another classroom. My body hurts from being dragged all this way, but I manage to stand up.
Eek!
I dash to the far wall, pinning my back against it. The ghost boy sits in front of me, a regretful look on his face. His appearance still surprised me. How did a legless ghost drag me all the way over here? Well, maybe I should stop questioning the supernatural beings. I'm sorry for scaring you. I didn't want anyone to stop us from talking. The boy bows down and to apologize. I realize he means no harm, but I still do not understand his actions. You see, my legs are missing. Without them, I'm stuck here. So the story about the school ghost is true. It's hard to believe the infamous ghost is right before my eyes again. I saw your legs a moment ago. Where? It was back in the hallway. They passed it by, moving on their own. Could you please help me get down? He looks at me with innocent eyes and presses his lips together. I came all the way to school for him. It would be a waste of effort to turn him down now. After a nod, the boy smiles happily. He crawls up to me and takes my hands into his. I shudder as his cold features touch and he releases me. Alright, sometimes I forget I'm not normal anymore. He looks like he's about to cry, so I reach out a gentle pat to his head. Honestly, I can't believe I'm comforting a ghost. Thank you. Nobody's never agreed to help me before. Actually, I was more like I had no choice. I might be cursed if I don't agree to help you. I can't spread curses. I'm cursed after all. I could have rejected him when I got the chance. Oh dear, what did I get myself into? Well, if I'm going to look for your legs, I'll wait here. I don't think they'll appear if I tag along. Okay, let me just save because I'm ending here. And I have a question. Yes. Because I heard a ping after choices. Let me quit the game. Change stream. Let me change screens. And let me also change. Dark nights. Ping after voice meaning. Some choices are followed by a ding sound. Think of them as romance indicators. Stacking these will lead you to the romantic ends. Okay, so the ping was the right choice. Okay. This is right, this is right. I need to start making wrong choices. Okay. Oh, so there is. There are 16 endings in this game, 4 for each route. 1 romantic ending, 1 normal ending, and 2 dead endings. So I die 4 times. No, 8 times. I died 8 times. Okay. That's something to know. Okay, who is streaming? The bird is on. Okay, I'm sending you all to the bird. Here's the red message for who is sub. For who isn't sub, the red message will be this one. And we are going for Crow Kurno. Great. Crow Kurno. So yeah. I think I did. Yeah. Thank you so much to everyone joining me today. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Kiefer, for the raid. And I'll be back next week. So yeah, I'm actually interested in this game. It was creepy. There was a little bit of, there was a time that I got kind of scared, but at the same time I'm kind of like, oh, I want to know. So yeah, thank you so much to everyone joining me today. I really appreciate it. I'll be back next week, so till next week. Bye bye.